Military is the largest economic anchor we have. We spend a lot of time tonight talking about tech, and that's an important one, and it's certainly one of the future. But our active duty military and defense spending dwarfs everything else that we do. And I think the first thing we got to do is make a real commitment to that as an economic base and an economic anchor. Even in a defense drawdown, if you listen to what the President said, if you listen to what Secretary Panetta said, they talked about the changing threats to America and a potential shift in resources from east to west. And I think we need a mayor that's going to go out and build those coalitions. I'm proud to have the support of over 15 retired admirals and generals who said Nathan knows what it takes to make the case for San Diego military investment. I'm proud to have leaders from our defense industry that are also providing good paying jobs who said Nathan knows what it takes to do that. And someone that will go to Washington and advocate. Maybe I'll have Bob, be one of our lobbyists, help show us around a little bit to go make the case for why we need the resources. And so that's the first part. But the second part is a mayor that's going to be willing to engage on these issues. A mayor that's going to be willing to take a leadership role in helping confront veterans' homelessness. A mayor that's going to take a leadership role in making sure our philanthropic and nonprofit community steps up to help the families of employed service members. I'll tell you, San Diego is a great military town. It's an amazing military town. And the commitment our community has to our families is probably unrivaled or unmatched in any other city, because it's such a part of our history and it's such a part of our culture. And I know in both of my deployments, it was a great comfort to me as a Marine out on the front lines to know that anything my wife needed in San Diego would make sure she was taken care of. It was little things from your neighbor offering to take out your trash to organizations that would reach out and say, is there anything we can do? And as mayor, we will support and help and make sure we honor our commitment to our service members, both in terms of funding to make sure they stay here, but also in terms of make sure we're leading and driving an agenda on taking care of our military families.
You know, this is a great military town, but we still have an unemployment rate of our returning vets double, maybe almost triple the existing terrible rate for the general population. We have not, in fact, come together as a community to treat them as returning heroes. A job is the best healer. A job is the best way to, obviously, to meet the future. I will establish a veterans job office in the mayor's office. Not only will we try to give incentives for hiring veterans, but we will bring together small business and big business and say, this is our obligation. We are a military town. Let's employ our heroes. Let's employ our veterans. Let's make sure the big businesses, whether it's Qualcomm or our major league sports teams or whoever, to really hire and make a commitment. It doesn't have to be by law. It doesn't have to be by ordinance. It has to be by a commitment to the families who have made this nation strong. And we all know, we applaud Nathan and his family for serving, because the family is who is serving. It's not just the deployed guy or the reserve guy. It's those who are supporting that hero. And we have got to make sure every program is built around the family. I have worked tirelessly to make sure, for example, the counseling and the mental health resources are there for the veteran and his or her family. I have tried to make sure, as I said earlier, we established I think I said before, we established a nationwide plan. I announced with President Obama and the Secretary of the VA a plan for zero tolerance for veterans homelessness. That within 5 years we will get all veterans off the street. And that program has been funded. If we do that, by the way, we have taken almost half of the homeless off the street in San Diego. That allows the mayor to truly confront this issue. And we have to, not only as an economic issue, but as human beings. We live in the richest country in the history of the world. We should not have homeless on our street. And it's time to confront it as a community. And we can do things. There are things that a community can do. We have tremendous nonprofit organizations. But the mayor and the public sector have got to lead the way. That's the way it's going to happen. So let us honor all the families of our heroes, whether they come from still World War II or coming back from Baghdad and Kabul. So let's honor these folks, but we're going to make sure that we take the steps to honor them. And we know by my history, I have worked on this tirelessly for many, many years.